10 amazing things coffee does to your body, explained. Coffee is considered to be one of the world's most popular beverages and is widely consumed for its stimulating effects and rich flavor. Did you know Java is a term commonly used to refer to coffee? The term Java originated from the island of Java in Indonesia, which was one of the first places where coffee was cultivated commercially. The term has since been used colloquially to refer to coffee in general, regardless of its origin. Insomnia, jitters, and heartburn are just a few of the side effects that can be blamed on our favorite morning brew. However, many people overlook the truly amazing things that coffee can do for us. Most of us only praise it for its delicious flavor and ability to help us wake up and stay awake. Aside from the wonderful caffeine, many other components in coffee work hard behind the scenes to benefit us in unexpected ways. Let's learn about 10 amazing things coffee does to your body. 10. Improves your mood. Although the idea that coffee might improve your mood may seem obvious, there is actually some science behind it. According to a 2011 study, drinking coffee in moderation lowers the risk of depression in women, the risk of suicide in men, and generally improves mood by serving as the world's finest antidepressant. If that hot cup of morning coffee makes you noticeably less moody, it isn't simply in your head. It has been demonstrated that doing so will improve your mood by increasing the production of serotonin, noradrenaline, and dopamine. 9. Increases mental agility and brain health. Coffee can also improve long-term memory. According to studies, caffeine can improve processing and memory retention. It also improves focus, reaction times, and reasoning. The good news doesn't stop there. According to the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, drinking at least 3 cups of coffee per day may help prevent Alzheimer's disease. If you haven't yet poured yourself another cup, consider that coffee also targets the part of the brain affected by Parkinson's disease, lowering the risk of the disorder by 25% in men and slightly less in women. 8. Helps prevent diabetes. Coffee drinkers can take comfort in knowing that their caffeine addiction may be assisting in the prevention of diabetes. Behind the scenes, that tasty cup of coffee targets your insulin by increasing adiponectin, one of the many hormones that help regulate blood sugar and insulin levels. When combined with magnesium and antioxidants, a simple cup of brewed beans becomes a powerful disease-fighting superfood. Of course, the effects are only temporary and those who consume more coffee will be better protected. 7. Coffee is good for your heart. Coffee has long been thought to be bad for the heart, but recent research has dispelled this myth. There appears to be no link between coffee and an increased risk of heart disease. On the contrary, new research suggests that coffee is beneficial to the heart. Overall, coffee has been shown to be an effective cardiovascular health ally. Although the effects are stronger in women, moderate coffee consumption has been shown to reduce the risk of heart attack in both genders. If you are a coffee fan, there is even better news. 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day can reduce your risk of having a stroke significantly. When you think about it, that's quite a lot of coffee. As if that wasn't enough, Java also helps to lower the risk of congestive heart failure and coronary heart disease. 6. Protects your liver. If you enjoy coming home after a long, hard day and enjoy having a beer or 2 or too many, there is some good news for you. Coffee consumption can help save the liver that you thought college had destroyed. Coffee lowers enzyme levels that lead to liver damage and works to prevent liver cancer and cirrhosis. 2 cups per day can cut the risk of hospitalization and death from liver disease by half. This is awesome news. Cafstil and Cahoil are the 2 coffee compounds responsible for this potentially life-saving benefit. As with anything, the results will vary from person to person, so don't expect to go on an epic binge capped off with a cup of brew. Coffee consumption should be a way of life, not a quick fix, for best results. Coffee has also been linked to a lower risk of liver cancer. 3 or 4 cups per day may reduce the risk by 38% and 41%, respectively. 5. It's good for your eyes. Carrots, please step aside. When it comes to improving eyesight, there is a new player in town. This one is for everyone who is tired of being told to eat carrots because they are good for your eyes. Scientists are discovering that coffee is beneficial for your vision as it contains chlorogenic acid, CLA, a powerful antioxidant that has been shown to protect eyesight from retinal damage. People often overlook the fact that coffee contains hundreds of other nutrients besides caffeine, and CLA is one of them. with raw coffee containing 7 to 9% CLA versus 1% caffeine. CLA is clearly the bigger player on the field. Despite the fact that CLA is proving to be an effective ally in retinal health, there are many unknowns. Perhaps this could eventually lead to CLA in the form of eye drops for maximum effect. 4. Fights cancer. According to recent research, the antioxidants in coffee reduce the risk of certain cancers. Even better, it appears that the more you drink, the better you are protected. This means that drinking 4 or more cups of your favorite brew per day could potentially improve your health and even save your life. Coffee can help protect you from a variety of cancers, including oral, uterine, prostate, and brain cancers, to name a few. According to the Journal of the National Cancer Institute, coffee drinkers are less likely to develop melanomas. Another study published in the journal Experimental Hematology and Oncology concluded caffeine inhibits certain proteins in lung cancer cells, preventing them from growing and multiplying. Other studies show that women who drink at least 3 cups of coffee per day have a 19% lower risk of developing endometrial cancer and a 49% lower risk of breast cancer recurrence. It should be noted, however, that the breast cancer patients were also taking the cancer drug tamoxifen. 3. Aids in weight loss. A large latte with whipped cream and extra shots of chocolate and syrup is obviously not good for your waistline. But it's a different story for those who don't mind plain black coffee, as it has been shown to slow weight gain, albeit only temporarily. Chlorogenic acid, CLA, a compound found in coffee that has been linked to improved vision, may also help to slow carbohydrate absorption. Furthermore, the caffeine in coffee can contribute to a 3 to 11% increase in metabolic rate. Caffeine speaks directly to the nervous system, instructing it to break down fat cells, resulting in fat burning. Of course, the outcomes will differ from person to person. The most profound effects were seen in leaner people. Those who are carrying more weight will not benefit as much. But, after all, every little bit helps, right? Coffee also aids weight loss by improving athletic performance. According to studies, your favorite brew provides an 11 to 12% boost on average by mobilizing fatty acids from fat tissues. Before you start downing entire pots of coffee in the hopes of finding a permanent slim figure solution, keep in mind that studies have shown that this only works temporarily, as the body will eventually become immune to the effects of coffee, and it will no longer function as well as it once did. 2. Gives your sex life a boost. Perhaps the most exciting benefit on this list, coffee makes you better in bed. Are you ready for the juicy details? For women, drinking coffee increases blood flow to the genitals, which leads to increased arousal. Having a cup of coffee 15 to 30 minutes before a quick romp in the sack will ensure optimal arousal as well as an energy boost from the caffeine. This advantage also applies to the occasional coffee drinker who may only have 1 cup per week. For men, those who drink 3 cups of coffee per day are less likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction, and this is fantastic news. In the United States alone, 18.4% of men over the age of 20 have ED. Caffeine relaxes the penile-halocene arteries, increasing blood flow to the area and allowing for erections, but men with diabetes are the sole exception to this rule. 1. Lowers risk of death. Allow yourself a moment to process this. Coffee may prevent death, at least for a little while. Before you get too excited, coffee is not a fountain of youth, but it may be the closest thing we have. More than 90% of all non-communicable diseases of aging are associated with chronic inflammation, says David Furman, Ph.D., a consulting associate professor at Stanford University. So, what does this mean for coffee drinkers? Coffee consumption reduces activity in gene clusters associated with the inflammatory protein IL-1 beta. To cut a long story short, inflammation is extremely harmful, and drinking coffee helps to reduce inflammation. This benefit is also available with decaf. Researchers from the University of Southern California discovered that drinking 3 cups of coffee per day reduced the risk of premature death by 18% in a study with over 180,000 participants. Even 1 cup per day reduced the risk by 12%. Coffee will not make you live forever, but it will give you a little more time. Not to mention making every day a little bit more enjoyable.